So Jake DM'd me something along those lines, and I don't know if I can find the DMs. He DM'd me something along those lines, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. See you on the day. And then he was like,
if you had to fight, this is our title. Let's get ready. If you had to fight another YouTuber, you can get out of this question by saying charity. It's just a charity boxing match.
okay,
Who are you going to fight and why?
who am I going to fight? Give me some opponents. Give me some opponents to pick from.
Well, do you fight for the biggest name, or do you fight knowing you're going to win?
Or do you fight someone you genuinely have a distaste to, disliking to?
I don't know if I have a this doesn't help the nice guy narrative. I don't know if I have a distaste to anyone.
Jake Paul.
Like, I don't really care. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, even with the Challenger game stuff, when I did that, he messaged me like, oh, I'm going to smoke. Everyone was messaging me, by the way, during the Challenger games. I don't know if I scared them, but everyone's messaging me like, oh, you're slow, I'm going to smoke you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So Jake DM'd me something along those lines. And I don't know if I can find the DMs. He DM'd me something along those lines, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. See you on the day. And then he was like, oh, well, this isn't great for content. And I was like...
It's what? Just out of nowhere?
He just tried to trash talk me before the race.
Yeah.
And I was just there like, okay. And he was like, oh, well, this isn't great for content. And I was like, yeah, that's not me. You want to do that with JJ or something? You know what I mean?
What was it? Let's talk a bit about that then. Or are we going to get the boxing answer out of him? Yeah.
Boxing answer. Okay, we'll do the boxing answer and then we'll go back to Challenger games. Who would I fight? I need some options.
Who do you think you could beat? Let's start there. Would you fight Stephen Tries?
I reckon I'd fight Stephen Tries. I reckon I'd beat Stephen Tries.
I went for one I thought could be an all right matchup.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a lot of... Well, I don't know how strong I am. I don't think I have a lot of power, but I have really quick hands.
Yeah.
The thing I need to test is my chin. I don't think that exists. We'll have to figure that out. But I have quick hands.
Well, we've seen you play football. We've seen you run. You're sporty. You've got the athleticism. So that's something that Stephen Tries wouldn't necessarily have. Chris MD.
That would be a good fight. I reckon I win that though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, Chris.
I'd pay to watch that. That
could be a good fight.
Don't say that, because this will happen now.
Let's make it happen. I'll pioneer it. I'll be like your Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
I'll promote it. For sure. Let's move on to Challenger Games.
Mm-hmm.
How did that first come about?
Oh, Logan put out this tweet saying that he was the fastest YouTuber on the planet or fastest entertainer on the planet. And I was there like, is he trolling? Like, he's got to be trolling. Like, he's doing this for like clout or whatever.
Mm.
And then it kind of died down a little bit. And then it came back again. I can't remember how it came back. And then he released this video saying, yeah, I'm the fastest. I'm hosting this event, blah, blah, blah. And then everyone's in my messages going, because they've seen me running in different videos, various videos, whatever. Everyone's in my messages going, oh, Toby, you got to do this. You got to do it. My whole mentions for like 2-3 days are like Challenger Games, Challenger Games, Challenger Games. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe I should do this. So I speak to Josh and I'm like, you reckon I should do this? And he's like, yeah, it's good exposure, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's for charity.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to give this a go. So I speak to Coach Rich, who was a GB athlete running 400 meters and stuff. So he's training me and stuff like that. I didn't even have much time to train by the time I decided because it's such a short window. And it crossed over with our group holiday to Ibiza. So I have to leave our Ibiza holiday 3 days early to fly over to America to do this freaking race. And do you know what the main reason I did it is because Simon asked me to represent his charity.
Right.
So Simon actually paid for like half the flight and stuff for me to go out there to do it. So I represented this charity. Didn't win him any money, unfortunately, but you know, it was for a good cause. Yeah.
The holiday, was it for was that a video?
No, that was actually a holiday. So I had to end my holiday. I was practicing sprints in the morning, like in sunny Ibiza.
Yeah.
While everyone's inside like chilling or eating breakfast or whatever. I was there running along the. I had nowhere to run.
That's commitment to the cause. When you say training, and I'm coming at this from a really ignorant place here, how much training do you need to run?
It's a lot.
Yeah,
so basically,
I'm happy to learn.
No, he's right. I didn't know this either. I was completely ignorant to the facts. Like, and you know, athletes, they train all the time, but there is a full-on technique to running, and I have zero running technique, no running ability whatsoever, which completely contradicts the fact that I'm really naturally fast. So, if I was able, I reckon if I had like 6 months to properly train, I could pick up my speed by quite a bit. but there's a whole thing about keeping your body up and like getting your knees up and then using your arms and powering. There's so much little details to running that I had to try and cram in like a 2-week space to get this done.
I saw in your training video,
Mhm.
the guy's like, you have to be down, like your head's down for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're off. And
Yeah, so you wanna stay as low as possible and like drive through to get that acceleration, and then you slowly pick yourself up and carry yourself up with that momentum.
Right.
There's so much I couldn't believe it, and I was trying to remember all these things on the day of the race. And do you know what? The gun goes, and
You forget
adrenaline takes over, and you just lose everything. I feel like, so we did 2 legs of the race. I did the heat and then the final. In the heat, I lost everything. Everything went out the window. So I had this really quick, and I wasn't using blocks either. So apparently blocks are meant to give you like half a second off your time or something.
What is that? What
The things that they put at the back that they push off of.
were some people using them and some weren't?
Yeah, most people use the blocks.
Why were you not?
I didn't know how to use them. I didn't want to kind of like push off of them and like stumble over. Like some people fell over.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to use them. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to do this how I know how to do this. So bang, the gun goes, adrenaline takes over, and I'm running and I'm so tense and I can feel myself. And then I'm gone at the start of the first heat. And then Jake uses his natural running technique because he's been an athlete, and he catches up and he beats me by that much. Literally that much. I couldn't believe it. What I'm good at is accelerating. I don't know how to hold it.
It was such a tight finish. I remember watching it. I thought you'd won.
I thought I'd won.
Yeah.
And then they're going, oh, Jake's won. And everyone's going, oh, Tobi got robbed. But no, he beat me to that one. And then in the finals, loads of people had been eliminated by that point with injury or whatever. Yeah, in the finals, destroying, gone.
Yeah.
That is a combination of raw athleticism and technique.
Right.
I have the raw athleticism. I don't have the technique.
Yeah.
So he was gone. But then I was able to control and compose myself a little bit more because I'd now done the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then that just carried me through. And Jake wasn't even close on that one, I don't think.
Yeah.
So.
Have you seen the races, Stevie?
Yeah.
It's fascinating how, again, from an ignorant standpoint, I thought if you race Jake 10 times, 9 of those 10 times, you're going to get a similar result, like almost to the inch almost. Whereas, like you said, the first one, he beats you by a matter of inches, if that. And then the second one, you're leaps and bounds ahead, feet ahead.
That's without blocks. And you have to take into account the fact that I've also just jumped off of a flight. I had to wear compression socks to try and keep the swelling down.
Right.
So your legs swell up when you go on a plane. So I had to deal with that. I had to deal with jet lag. Like, I shouldn't have been running at all. So it's a miracle that I even did that, really.
What is it like when you're running and you see Jake Paul to your left, like almost catching up with you above
You
him?
don't look at him. You don't look at Jake Paul. You just look at the finish line. What am I looking at Jake Paul for? No.
Didn't Jake blame it on an injury? Is that what happened after?
Logan had an
Logan.
injury. Logan had an injury. He had a really bad hamstring injury, actually. He shouldn't have been anywhere near that event, but he did it. Fair play to him. And Logan's a really lovely guy, actually.
Yeah, I think he's changed the public sentiment of him quite a lot, hasn't he, recently? Yeah. And I think we're all kind of fans of him in a way now, which is a weird thing to say. I think with that Logan Paul thing, I think everyone kind of, because that was kind of like on the cusp of him changing his online perception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think people thought, I thought he was faking it. Like it's one of them ones where it's easy to, if he'd have lost, just gone, I've got dodgy leg, or could have been a pro baller if it went for the knee sort of thing. But he posted an image, and I don't know if it was fake or not, but did you see the image of his bruised leg?
Oh, the bruise under his, no, he shouldn't have been anywhere near that.
Yeah, that was fucking horrible. Now Jake gave you that DM on the run up to the race.
That's a great title. Jake Paul DM Tobi this.
That's probably what we're going to go for. Did he say anything on the day? Was he as mouthy on the day?
I think it was like a little nod on the day. I don't think we spoke on the day at all. Like, I don't know. I was kind of just in my zone, trying to take things in. I was with Gib as well. Gib was trying to get himself together. But I don't think we spoke on the day. I think he gave me like a little nod. I spoke to Logan very briefly. It was like a little high and by. I don't get sucked into all that stuff. You know, I was there to represent Simon's charity and do the best I could and rep the UK. You know, and I think I did that in the end.
Model pro.
I try.
Model pro.
I try. Oh wait! I want to talk about JJ for a second.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yes.